Good wine and good food, the perfect marriage. And what better way to enjoy this than in the wine country of Santa Barbara? Imagine winemakers and chefs with complete freedom to creatively pair the best of their artistic endeavors. Well then, let your imagination become a reality by getting on board the Santa Barbara Food and Wine Pairing Tour, a 5-day, 6-night adventure. After a restful night at the Burbank Hampton Inn and Spa, our first stop the next morning is high in the Burbank Hills at the Jewel on the Hill, also known as the Castaway Restaurant. Their champagne brunch offers over 100 specialty items. A beautiful drive up the Pacific coast brings us to a wine tasting in the barrel room of Whitcraft Wines in Santa Barbara. Whitcraft grapes are hand-picked, hand-sorted, foot-treaded, and hand-bottled. Whitcraft even manually prints wine labels on an antique Heidelberg printing press. Then, just 2 blocks away from the ocean, we sample wine at the Santa Barbara Winery. The owner, Pierre Lafond, opened the first post-Prohibition winery in Santa Barbara County. For a shift in pace, we turn you loose to enjoy the historic Arts District in the heart of Santa Barbara. Then drop in on a wine and cheese mixer at Pierre Lafond Wine Bistro, which precedes a multiple wine and food paired dinner by the staff of specialty chefs. A senior staff member describes a selection of food courses and each wine pairing. Then we check in for the night at the Hadston House Inn and Spa in Solvang. Luxuriate in romantic European guest rooms with classic French furnishings and a fireplace in every room. Or join others at the outdoor whirlpool with fireplace or in the indoor heated pool. The next morning, have a hot breakfast at the Hadston dining room. At mid-morning, we ride our luxury coach to the home of Leonardo Curti in Santa Ynez for a cooking and wine pairing class. We then wine and dine on the resulting dishes hand-picked from a selection of his fine food at his own restaurant, Trattoria Grappolo. In the afternoon, we have time to explore the quaint Danish town of Solvang, which includes wine at 3 tasting rooms. To cap the day, we return to the luxurious Hadston House dining room for a multi-course wine and food-paired dinner. On the 3rd day, after breakfast at the Hadston House, we take the Roblar Winery and Vineyards Estate Tour through vineyards, sustainable gardens, and behind the scenes of their winery and vineyard operations. For lunch, we dine on Roblar's famous wine and food pairing combinations. In the afternoon, we taste wine at Artiste in Los Olivos. Then we are treated to a blending workshop and nibble on sweet treats. You are then free to roam the historic and quaintly charming town of Los Olivos before returning to your room to freshen up for dinner. The Los Olivos Cafe and Wine Merchant serves us a seasonal, multi-course wine and food-paired meal using the freshest ingredients, all in the romantic setting. After breakfast at the Hadston House, our 4th day begins with a wine and cheese tasting at Foley Estates Vineyard and Winery in the Santa Rita Hills. At Lincourt Vineyards, we have lunch paired with their wines, which they craft in small lot fermentations and age in French oak barrels. Next is the nationally famous Firestone Vineyards in the Foxen Canyon. On a tour normally reserved for executives, we take in vineyard, winery, barrel room, and then sample select chocolates paired with Firestone wines. After a brief respite at our hotel, we dine at Bobby Ostini's Red Oak Restaurant, which is inside the historic and charming 1880 Union Hotel in Los Alamos. Taste sophisticated red oak grilled food, augmented with area wine pairings. After breakfast on the 5th and final day, we rotate complimentary tastings in several wineries of the Wine Ghetto in Lompoc. To celebrate our last lunch, you bring your own treasure bottle of wine you discovered on the tour. Chef and owner, Sonsi Gill, host lunch at the Restaurant 4300, an innovative menu served with a fabulous view over the Village Country Club golf course. We encourage you to share your wine discoveries of the trip with your newfound friends. We celebrate our return to Burbank at Cafe Elegante for more wine sharing with a Mideast feast and a performance by an authentic belly dancer. Finally, we return to the Burbank Hampton Inn and spend another restful night dreaming about the good times and good wine.